Hi guys, I'm Carissa and you're watching 324 Crafts. So today is Thursday, February 27th, and for the next about week and a half, I'm going to take you guys with me for a market prep. I mentioned this a little bit in my crochet and chat. If you haven't checked that video out yet, please go watch it. I would appreciate it so much. But I have a market on March 8th, which will be next Saturday. So we've got roughly like a week and a few days to market prep some things. I'm gonna start today with some scrunchies. I'm ordering a stand. I'll insert a picture here to put my scrunchies on, because I've brought scrunchies with me to a couple of markets, but it's not really went over very well. I think I've only sold one, and I think partially it was because I didn't have a good way to display them, so people couldn't really see them well. I had multiple colors and they were kind of just in a basket, so you couldn't really see all of the colors very well, and I just don't think it looked very professional. So I have some tags that I've put on a couple of scrunchies. I know that they work. I'll show those to you guys when I get home. But we're gonna order this stand to kind of help display them a little better and hopefully get a few more sales in with those, because I really enjoy making the scrunchies. They're really fun, really simple. They're one of my lower priced items, so I really appreciate having that available, which is something I also want to work on more for this market. I want to have more lower priced items. That way it's kind of more accessible to everybody. But I also, on the other end of things, I want some higher priced items, some bigger ticket items. I've not sold, I have a couple of baby blankets that I've brought to some markets with me, and they've not sold yet. But I think I want to try to make like an actual throw blanket and see if anybody kind of eyes that. It'll definitely be more expensive, but it takes more time, so it's definitely worth the cost in the time and energy that I put into it. So I definitely think I want both of those things for this market. I want some lower ticket items and some higher ticket items, and I want to see if it does well with the lower ticket items, lower priced items, or if I can also sell some of those bigger priced items. I am supposed to be the only crochet vendor at this market, so hopefully I can sell quite a few things. And because of that, I also want to have a pretty good stock of things, so I can put things out on the table and then also have extra stock, so that way if something sells out on the table, I can have extra things to put out. It's a pretty short market in my opinion. It's like from 1 to 5, so it's only 4 hours. I don't really know how long normally markets run. I've only done a couple, like I said, but I guess the ones I've done before were about 4 hours. But I know that there are some craft fairs and some markets that run all day. So I know that to some people especially, this could be considered a shorter market. But I want to make sure I have enough for the entire time. So with that, we are going to start on some scrunchies. I already have 2 finished that I made yesterday during my crochet and chat. And they're this pretty teal. What is this color called? Tint of Mint. So I have some in this Tint of Mint. I have 2 balls of this yarn actually. And then I have some brown, and I also have some orange. And I already have some pink made up. And I also have a couple in this color as well. I didn't have enough left to finish the scrunchie, but I do have some finished already of this color, so I'll have some of this color as well. So with that, let's get started. Hi guys, so it is Tuesday. It's been a couple of days since I talked to you guys. I've not gotten a lot done since then, but we're gonna start off today and I'm gonna tell you everything I already have for market inventory. I've got everything on my iPad, so I'm gonna be looking down. That's all I'm doing, is looking on my notes. There are a few things not on here, I think, so I'll show those to you, and I'll insert pictures of everything that I talk about. I'm pretty sure I have pictures of everything. So to start off, I have one large baby blanket. It's not really large, but it's kind of a bigger baby blanket than my other baby blankets. So that's just how I'm kind of putting it on there for myself to kind of remember what it is. I have 4 turtles made. I would like to have at least 8. But we'll see how that goes because it is Tuesday already and the market's on Saturday. I have one medium baby blanket. It's a little bit different. The large baby blanket is a square baby blanket and the medium baby blanket is kind of rectangular, so it is kind of shaped differently. I have 3 pumpkins, but I'm not sure that I'm going to take those with me, but I do have them in case I want to bring them. I have one adult beanie, 2 baby beanies. They're different colors. I'm thinking about maybe making a couple more beanies, but it's not really cold here anymore, so I'm not sure that they would sell well. So I may hold off on that too, but I might bring them just in case. I have 2 star blankets. This says one, I need to fix it. I have 2 of these star blankets. They're also sort of baby blankets, but they're obviously a different shape, so I don't have to say baby blanket. I have 3 chunky bats. I do think I'll be bringing these because they're just a fun little stuffed animal. So I do think I'll be bringing those with me because even though they are more of like a Halloween type thing, I think that people buy spooky things all year round, really, if you're into that. Plus, it's just something cute and fun. They're pink, all the ones I made. So I feel like they're not like Halloween themed. So I feel like I can still bring those and it'll be okay. I have 3 ducks. I call them Danny the ducks, but I do use a pattern for this, and if I have patterns for any of these that I've used, I will put them in the description for you guys. This was a paid pattern, and it does have another name. I've just renamed it, but I don't sell them anywhere else. I only sell them in person. But if someone were to ask me, I would most definitely tell them the pattern designer. And she has a different name for them, I think, but I call them Danny the Ducks because my boyfriend's name is Daniel. But it was just something cute that I did for my first market, and it's just kind of stuck. I have 2 of can cozies of my own pattern that I brought with me the past couple times, and I'll bring those again. I might make a few more of those because I only have 2. I have 4 hair bandanas. I have 5 bucket hats. I'm thinking about keeping one though because it's a little larger than the other 4 that I have. So I'm thinking about maybe just keeping it for myself. So I have really maybe 4, maybe 5. I've got to look at it and see if I still want to bring it or not. I have 4 ninja stars, and I definitely want to make some more of these because I don't think that I have many things on my table to appeal to men or boys. So I definitely want to make some more ninja stars and maybe make some more kind of things like that. The ninja stars were really cool and super easy to make. So I have 4 of those. I have 7 of my Mila the chickens. I have 1 flower tip bag, 1 bubble tip bag, and then I have 2 small market bags. I'm thinking about making a couple larger ones because nobody's really showed any interest at all in those smaller ones. So I'm thinking about maybe making a couple of bigger ones as well as bringing the smaller ones. I also have 2 jewelry hangers. A lot of this pink stuff that you're seeing was done in October for my October Pinktober event that I did. A lot of it did not sell, unfortunately, but I'm still going to bring them and try to see if anybody wants them. I also have 12 scrunchies. I actually have a few more that I've made that's not on this inventory list that I've made, but I have about 15 right now, I think. So I have about 15 scrunchies. That's all that's on this list. I also made these bookmarks, and I have them in a couple of different colors, but I've made 10 of these. I've made 2 of each color. They were super simple to make. Literally took me maybe 10 minutes a piece. So I'm thinking about putting this on my table as a kind of lower budget item because I don't really have a ton. None of my stuff is really expensive, I don't think, but these are definitely a lower ticket item that maybe might catch some people's attention. I also have some flowers that I'm going to end up selling, but I want to try to make some more flowers to make bouquets. So I've not done inventory on that yet to kind of count and see what I have. But that's everything I think I have right now. I'm going to currently start making a dragon. I'm using the pattern by Hooks and Healers for her Diego the Dragon. I started one in orange, and then I realized I wasn't going to have enough yarn, and I cannot find that yarn anywhere else. So I've started another one in red, and I've got some blue yarn. So I'm thinking I'm going to make a red one and a blue one at least. And then I've got a few more things that I want to get started on. But right now, at this very moment, I am focusing on that dragon. And I will come to you guys when I have an update on him. Okay, well, I was ending this off, and the yarn broke. So I've got to sew the top of this back. I've got to close it up. I'm gonna put a little bit more stuffing in it because it's a little wonky right now. It's sitting a little wonky. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of the amount of stuffing I've put in, or if I need to just try to fix something on it. But it's looking pretty good so far. So once I get this sewed on, I'm gonna do the head and put it on, and I'll show that to you guys. And then I'm gonna do the wings and the horns and the ears and all that good stuff, and I'll come back and show it to you again once I finish it all. But I'll give you a little update when I get the head on. Almost done with the head. We're just gotta secure our safety eyes, and then I'm thinking about possibly also doing some embroidery around the eyes, just because I feel like this looks a little like, I feel like it looks too stark. So I might put a little embroidery around the eyes, and we're gonna finish up the head, stuff it, and then we'll sew it to the body. Hi guys, it is Thursday, and I'm just gonna go over everything that I've got finished because I've not really been able to show you guys a ton of things that I've finished. I think I showed you the dragon, but I'm gonna show it to you again. because I can't remember if I recorded it or not. But we did finish this guy, and I love him so much. I'm about to start a blue version as soon as I get done filming this. But we do have this guy, and I think he turned out really great. The pattern will be in the description. It is by Annie at Hooks and Healers. And then we finished 2 turtles last night in this kind of green blue color. I have 2 pink and 2 regularly green ones. I'll show those to you guys later. I'm gonna try to make 2 more pink ones, but I have this version and this version. This is how I make all of my turtles. I do it with the frills on the fins and the shell, and I normally make at least 2 with alternating colors. It's just kind of easy. It's kind of it's an easy way for me to have multiples of something without it being the same. So I do have 2 of these guys, and I did those last night. Today I worked a little bit on scrunchies. I've got these 2 right here finished, and I have a 3rd started, and I'm gonna try to get another one done. I think I have enough to do 1 more, so I'm gonna try to get that done real quickly. It shouldn't take me long. So I'm gonna finish up making scrunchies, put tags on them, and then I will start on a blue dragon, and I will get back to you guys when I either have that finished or have an update on it for you guys. It has been a little while since we've talked. So a lot's been going on. It is the end of March now. So originally this market was planned for the 2nd Saturday of March. It did get canceled. We had some really bad weather here in Florida that was supposed to happen on that Saturday. So for the safety of the vendors and the shoppers, the venue did decide to cancel that market. So I did pay for it. So since I paid for it, I have been offered to come back the 2nd Saturday of April to come back as a vendor, and I won't have to pay for it or anything. But I have waited kind of a little bit to film the end of this video because I want to have them back to back, this video and the next 2 weeks of me market prepping for this market that I'll have upcoming on April 12th. So we're gonna wrap up this video here, but I'm gonna show you guys everything that I made in this video just to kind of show you everything that we did. And yeah, so I'll show you what we made. And I'm sorry that this video kind of got cut short and that I didn't upload it when I was going to and all that good stuff, but life happens, as we know, and I'm not going to fight with Mother Nature about it. So I'm going to show you everything we made, and then I'll wrap up the end of this video for you. We made quite a few scrunchies. We have some orange ones right here. We have these really pretty coral haze ones. I think all of these scrunchies are sparkly except these brown ones, but the rest of them are all sparkly. So we also have these really pretty brown ones. And last but not least, we have these really pretty teal ones. The sparkles are kind of harder to see in these because it's silver sparkles, but these are sparkly as well. Now, I'm not actually sure if I showed you guys me making these, but I did make these during the time that I was market prepping for this market. I'm not sure that I showed them to you at all, but I did make some more heart coasters out of some cotton yarn I had lying around. So I have this pink set. I do think I'm gonna sell them as sets. I might not. I might sell them individually, and then if someone wants the set, I'll give them like a slightly discounted price for buying 2 instead of 1. But I have this pink set. I have this blue and green set. And then this is one of, I love the pink one, but I really love this one. I have this blue and purple set, and I really like these. I love this one. It's really pretty to me. If I filmed anything for those, but I did make them during the time that we were doing this market prep, so I did want to show those to you guys. I also made these bookmarks we have 2 pink flower bookmarks. And then we have 2 purple flower bookmarks. 2 of these light blue flower bookmarks. 2 of these sparkly red flower bookmarks. These are my personal favorite. And we also have these 2 white flower bookmarks, which I think look very clean and very aesthetic. They remind me a lot of daisies. So last but definitely not least, we have this amazing dragon that I am absolutely in love with. The pattern is by Hooks and Healers, and I will leave the link to it in the description. Stop. And we have one of these guys. I almost forgot to show you guys something that I did do, technically market prepping, but I already had these made. I was just trying to make them more presentable, but I almost forgot to show you guys. So I don't know if any of you know, but I do love making crochet flowers. They're a ton of fun, but I wanted to make a couple of bouquets, and at the time for this market I did not have the amount of flowers I wanted to make like full bouquets. So instead I opted to, I feel like I'm missing some, but I opted to do some single flowers, and I like updated the wrapping a little bit. They were all just in a jar, and I think I had them priced for like $5 a piece, but I thought that this looked a little more professional and it looked a little more sleek, you know, and with Mother's Day coming up and Easter, I thought these might be a little fun grab for some people. So yeah, and right now I think these are the only colors I have, and I think maybe I have a plain red as well that I have singles in, but I do plan on making some fuller bouquets. But I almost forgot to show this to you guys. I had ended the video and I was completely done, but I remembered, so I'm gonna put this in before the end of the video, but I'm glad I remembered to show you guys. So that's all I made for this market prep video. I will be posting a part 2 possibly next week or the week after that, depending on how much I decide to market prep for this. I've already started again market prepping for the one on April 12th. I've started making some more things, so I definitely will have some more to show you guys in a couple of weeks or next week, depending on when I post. But I hope you guys love this video. If you do, please hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to be here when I post again, and I would love for you guys to see part 2 of this video, and I would love to share with you my market experience, because this will be the first big one that I'm doing, so I'm super excited about it, and I would love for you guys to be here with me. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I will see you guys next craft.